Very good afternoon, friends. So last lecture we have completed our chapter number 4, production planning and control. And now we are starting the chapter number 5, that is inventory management. What are the different bits that will be covered in this inventory management? So here you can see inventory concept. What do you mean by inventory? What are the objectives of inventory? What are the different types of inventory? Then what are the costs associated with different types of inventory? Then what is EOQ model? What is EBQ model, economic batch quantity? Then inventory control techniques, ABC analysis, MRP, fixed period and fixed quantity systems. So these are the different bits that we will be discussing in this chapter number 5, inventory management. So let us start by understanding first what is inventory. So up till now in this chapter number 1, then this forecasting, and then again in last production planning and control, you might have heard the word inventory. So what is exactly this inventory means? So this inventory generally refers to material in the stock. What is the material available in the stock? It is nothing but referred as inventory. Very simplest words. It is also called as idle resource of an enterprise. Idle, waiting for processing. There again, there are three types. Again, many types are discussed, but it is broadly categorized into three types. Raw material that is required to be processed, raw material inventory. In process inventory, it is neither raw nor finished. So 5 operations are completed, still 4 more operations, and then assembly will be there, and then we will call it as a finished product. So it is neither in the raw stage or nor in the finished stage. This is in process inventory, waiting for one of the operations or many of the operations required to be performed, and followed by maybe their quality checks, then painting operation and assembly and whatever. So it is idle resource of the enterprise. Inventory represents those items which are either stocked for sale, or they are in the process of manufacturing, or they are in the form of material which are yet to be utilized. I have highlighted already you three categories, which are materials yet to be utilized. Friends, this is nothing but the raw material. So if we want to manufacture any component, so first we have to purchase a raw material, and then we will go for processing, maybe welding, maybe turning, and then drilling, and many operations, and then the job will get performed. So it is processing. So before that processing, what is the basic form? It's the raw material, and this is the very first type of inventory. Then second is in the process of manufacturing. So raw material, let us take one plate. So a plate is in the raw material stage. When it will proceeded further, marking will be done on the plate. Then cutting the plate in the required form by gas cutting in case of mild steel plates, by laser cutting in case of stainless steel plates, depending upon the process. And then they will be sent for machining, and then further fabrication. If bending is required, bending. Let us assume that a shell is manufactured from the plate. So first pre-bending operation, then it will completely bend, and then the long seam welding, then making these 2-3 joints in a combine, 2-3 different cells make a joining together, you will get a bigger cell. Then having the you can say end closures, machine design second concept, pressure vessel, that I am giving an example, and then you will get the final product. So the whatever the processing is there, it is whatever the material is there, it is not raw material, it is processed, but the final product or pressure vessel or boiler is not ready. So whatever this type of all the materials is there, it is just in process inventory. And third type is stocked for sale, ready for sale, and waiting. So this is the, you can say, the bikes available in these showrooms, and big, you can say, the different clothes and different various crockeries, and this, you can take any example available in big malls. So clothes may be there, toys may be there, and you can say The educational material may be there, different package, the food sachet packets may be there, and different cosmetics products may be there. You can say your goggle, pen, etc. So whatever type you can take, not really correlate with only manufacturing trends, whatever type. So it is ready stock for sale, but it is not sold yet. So it is the third type that you can call it as the finished product and waiting for sale. So friends, now you might have just having some idea in your mind that what is exactly this inventory refer. So it is nothing but the stock of material, and we have discussed that there are three types, and the three types I have given example and we have discussed. Let us proceed further. What is inventory and the purpose of inventory? So we will go in now detail aspects of this inventory. Just wait. So here you are observing some of the racks, and this you can call this. So this is just one example you can see. So many of the products are stacked in different racks. So like this. Now, what is inventory? A physical resource that a firm hold in stock with the intent of selling it or transforming it into more valuable state. So a firm hold for purpose of selling. There may be bikes. That many examples I have given. The manufacturer category, maybe mixer and grinder, maybe refrigerators, ovens, etc. required in the kitchen, two-wheelers, four-wheelers, whatever the items. So a physical resource that a firm holds in stock for intent of selling, in the intention of that it will get sold, or transforming it into a more valuable state. So this second category, there are again two that we have discussed. Again, it may be a raw material or it may be a semi-finished product. So this is inventory. And the purpose of inventory management, why this inventory management is required. So how many units are required to order and when to order, discount. So the preliminary purpose is mentioned here. How many units are required to order. Now let us take example. In the second case, some of the wooden blocks are shown. So again, they are required to process. So how many units are required to order? Let us take an example that if you are making or any company is making a production of some steel units, and for that steel forging, then you can say mild steel and some plates are required. So how many units are required to order? So let us assume that you require, for example, 1000 ton of steel. The order is quite big and 1000 ton of steel is required to order. So here the management is required. It is not the case that today you give order and tomorrow morning you will get, for example, out of that 1000 ton, if you require that 50 ton for today, tomorrow, so you will get it tomorrow morning. No, it is not the case. So there is again a procedure to go for this calling the quotations. What type of steel you require, in what size you require, what are the properties you desire, in what format you desire, what are the different quality checks that are mandatory for your steel product, what are intention, for what purpose you are using it. Again, there are many criteria. So this is just one example I am giving. And how many units? So you require total 1 lakh or you can say 1000 ton is we have considered. It is measured in ton and you will get in the rate per kg. Again, in what form it is required. Very important. You require casting, or you require forging, or you require plates, or you require some channels like I section, C section, then L section, then T section for construction purpose or for supporting purpose, for making the trusses or making the frames of that any rooftop, etc., etc. So in what form is required, because again for each of the case they are having the separate applications. So how many units are required to order? I have said that 1000 ton. When to order? Now if you place any order today that we require 1000 ton of the steel, Okay, and that company will give you that 1000 ton steel. What is your processing time for that 1000 ton steel order? So you will start processing and you will utilize that 100 ton per month. 100 ton per month, and this is the order for 10 months. Last job is required to be in dispatch in month of October, starting from January. In this case, friends, the you are or that company is requiring 100 ton per month. So is it the case that the company should order 1000 ton now only and they will preserve in the stock? Okay, there are different issues. Number one, if you order 1000, your that complete money for 1000 ton still will get blocked, because 1000 ton you will utilize 100 ton for a month of January, 900 ton money block. Again, next 100 ton in the February, 800 ton, it will be as your inventory. So very first, your money for that additional tons that you are demanding. Second is when to order. It is blocking the money for that particular period. Number two, are you having the capacity and the space for storing the 1000 ton? Ordering it is not that much difficult. Are you having? Again, storing is not that way. If you are having the mild steel, you cannot store in open cases or depending upon what you are ordering. So, do you have the proper arrangement of the store for handling these 1000 ton? You do have the material handling arrangement, and whether it will hamper. Do you have the that much empty space? It should not hamper your day-to-day activities that you have order and keep somewhere here and there, and we will use as it will required. It is not the case. And then when to order, third point is there. So you may say that, okay, 1000 ton order will be finalized in the month of December only, but the condition should be that at the end of December 100 ton, at the end of January 100 ton, at the end of February 100 ton, and at the end of September last month 100 ton. So your September month, your order will get complete. So every month you will get 100 ton material. The material you will get in you can say different slots, and at the same time you can go for putting the condition that 100 ton in the month of December we will release payment for 100 ton. Rate we will finalize once in the order. Same rate will be there for continuous that 1000 ton. It is not the case that after March, whatever some of the policies as per as this whatever this taxation is different. So we will not say about taxation, but some of the policies as per as this you can say the iron and the metals changed from government. So now we will not give. So if it is finalized that this order is for this and you will send this item and this will be our condition. Apart from taxation, if any other rules that not abide from the government, then we will keep our order as fixed. So this is additional. When to order, I have given an example. Why to order 1000 at one time? 100 for 10 months you can order. So as an 100 before that month requirement, your order production will not hamper. Your space utilization will be better. Your money for that 100 items will be blocked. Only that remaining 900 items, as and when required, you are sending to the your, and last is discount. Now, though you are ordering it 100 per month, but what is your total order? What is your total order? So total order is 1000 tons. So if, for example, you may say after whatever your discussion and you can say negotiation with that customer, then you can have additional point that okay, everything is okay now. Whatever negotiation is required to happen, whatever negotiation is required to happen, it happened. Now, additionally, after the negotiation also, you can give the discount. You can ask that company may ask discount that we want rupees 1000, 5000 per ton, or you can say that rupees 5 discount per kg. So again, it will go to up to 10 much more. So like this, like this. Let it be 1 rupee also, it will have very much creative impact. Because if you say 1000 rupees per ton, and if you are having 1000 ton order, so again you think what is the amount that that company will save? 1000 rupees per ton. So For 100 ton only, it is 1 lakh rupees, and it will be saved. So you can go for a discount also if your order is bulk. So these are the purpose of inventory management. So what is my intention? It is not in the case of, you can say, that 1100 and how it is required to manage. It is for, I have discussed, friend, this issue. This is for the requirement of analysis and why this inventory management is required, what is the scope, and then in addition I have discussed about what are the units required and when it is required to order that particular units. Okay, so now it is clear, friends, that why it is, when it is required, and how many units are required. Okay, now there are different types of inventories. One by one we will see. So I have given you 3 inventories already: raw material, parts, in process, and finished goods. But apart from that, there are many other cases also. So one by one we will discuss. A manufacturing firm generally carries the following types of inventories, and I will give you examples in all of these cases. One by one we will see. So very first, you can say the raw material. I have already explained you. The raw material is the before you start proceeding, whatever the material required, it may be forging, it may be casting, it may be round bars, it may be, you can say, in the form of plate, as per as your any of the industry, depending upon what type of industry you are having, it is concerned. So this is nothing but the raw materials. Then second is bought out parts. So now raw material we have discussed, I will not give additional example, but this bought out parts, okay, it is not the case for whatever your company require or any company require, all they will manufacture. No. If any assembly is required and in that assembly that nut bolts are required, so whether that company, let us take any example, of any bike manufacturer, any car manufacturer. So whatever different types of, assume that 100 different types of nut bolt with having some different arrangements are required. So whether they will go for manufacturing the nut and bolts? No. Then again, as far as your automobile is concerned, apart from the chassis, that indicators are from different vendors. The headlight and tail light arrangement, it is from different vendors. So okay, so this is the bought out part. What are the different parts that any company is purchasing from the other? They are not manufacturing the part, but the parts are directly purchased from the other companies or vendors or from market, and it is utilized. So it is about these bought out parts. Additional. So this inventory also. So if any confirm is required, for example, that let us take automobile example. So they are manufacturing this automobiles 1000, any two-wheelers of any of the make, any of the version in 1 month, and that silencer they are not manufacturing, they are taking the silencer from one of the company, that complete silencer unit. So they require 1000 silencer unit for that month. So when to take? Again, at the 20th day of every month, if it is required, they can give order up to 5 days buffer. 15th you can send, and no problem. Okay, so this is about the bought out parts. That what are the different parts that are ready-made, taken from the other industries, other companies, vendors, and they are utilized in the assembly purpose or any other purpose as per the requirement. Okay, WIP, work in process inventory. So the work is started, the raw material is started for finishing, but it is not yet completed. So turning completed, next drilling completed, next knurling completed, now super finishing, assembly, and heat treatment is remaining. Okay, heat treatment completed. After that, finishing again once again. After that, the quality check. Again, after that, some painting is required and some additional logo print of that company, and now it is ready for sale. Up to that stage, not ready for sale, before, prior to, one stage prior. So starting the any operation on any of the raw material up to, you can say, up to this end of the case. So you can say before it is ready for the, as a finished product ready to sell. Whatever the material is in between, it is neither raw material, it is nor finished product. So whatever in between stage, it is nothing but the work in progress inventory, WIP. This word is very important, WIP, work in process inventory. Okay, next, finished good inventory. We have already discussed, friends, this finished good inventory. The bikes available at any of the showroom, any of the bigger warehouse, etc., etc. Any of the product that is available ready for purchase in any of the shop without processing, you will just pay and you will get the product. It is nothing but the finished good inventory, and it is not only available in shop. It is now finished good inventories are available at the company also. Then in the warehouses, in the you can say wholesalers and up to retailers, whatever, based on which type of product it is. Some of the cases retailers may not be. Okay, so depending upon the product. So finished good, all the operations are completed, ready to dispatch to customer. So finished goods are available in industry also. So it is not the case that whatever product you are getting in any of the mall or your nearby, only that you can call it as a finished good. No, if the bike is ready for sale, that's it. It is finished good. So let it be irrespective of location. It is finished good. Maintenance, repair, and operating stores. Very, very important types of inventory. So maintenance, repair, and operating stores. What are the different things required for maintenance? What are the different things required for repair and operating stores? For example, you take the example of grinder. So let it be, and there are different types of grinders. So small, big, medium. So a small grinder, you can go up to 3-inch wheel. Then medium, you can go up to 5-inch, 7-inch, and bigger one, that 9-inch grinding wheel can be loaded. So there is some problem that if the grinder is not working, again you go to that maintenance person and he will tell you that brush or carbon brush, in industry language, that person will say brush गेले repair करावं लागेल किंवा replace करावे लागतील. Okay, so you can say it is required to change the carbon brush. So this is one type of maintenance, but that maintenance unit must have the stock of the carbon brush, depending upon how much big the fabricated unit is and what is the quantity of grinders and what is the daily rate of this replacement of brush or any other thing. So this is very also important. Okay, so this is about maintenance, and then repair. What are the different things required for repair of any of the product? So these things are required. For example, any of the machine, any of the thing, this some spanner, some Allen keys, and some different arrangement is required. So these all spares should be with that particular maintenance person, repairing person, or there is a center stores in many of the companies. So it should be available with that operating store. So this is also one of the type of inventory, which is not directly the part of production, but which will definitely hamper the production. Again, you can say the operating store. So what are the different, you can say simple, miscellaneous also different, but here you can say the coolant, the oil required, grease required, and different things, like they are not actually the part of this production system, and they will not directly come into your job, and they will have direct impact, but the use of this cutting oil and then the use of coolant, as far as the material removal rate and the surface finish of the product is desired, plays a very significant role. So this comes under maintenance, repair, and operating store. These are the different types of inventory. Different items are there in this list, and their inventory is also very, very important. Tool inventory. Let us assume that machine is very in good condition, and whatever the performance expected, no problem. Operator in very good mood, everything is okay, and the target is given 8, and he is ready to complete the target within the specified limit, everything is there, tool inventory. It is observed that after 3 hours or 4 hours, after 4 hours, that carbide tip tool, it is required to change. So 2 tools are required in one shift of 8 hours. If the tool is not available, or again, what different arrangement can be made, that the operator should not go for bringing the tool again, so it is another case. So whatever the single point cutting tools, then carbide tip tools, then the different buffing wheels, then grinding wheels, then what you can there are many like this apparatus available in the tool room. Like if you are having limited measuring instrument, but if you require some of the very qualitative instrument like slip gauges, etc. So it is not available with that particular shop floor. So you have to go to store and you have to bring it from the store. And some you can say some piping is required and some other things are required. So whatever required, it is nothing but the tool inventory. It is a drilling, it may be reaming, it may be grinding, whatever the tools, whatever the different tools required for different operations, it is also one type of inventory. Though you are all think that man, machine, material, this man and machine are ready, but the material is also ready, you have loaded the job, but the tool is not there, then you cannot proceed. This is just one example I want to put here. Depending upon you are having this or the industry is of machining type, if the industry is of fabrication type, let us take fabrication. Okay, so what is there? Welding rod. So initial stages you can go for a welding rod of 3.15 mm diameter. Again, as the V angle goes on increasing, and as the you are coming to upper and upper level, then in such cases you can go for using the 4 mm and 5 mm rod. So if, for example, assume that 5 mm rods are finished from the stock and you have to complete the weld joint by 4 mm, definitely time required will be more. The more deposition will be there from 5 mm rods. If you compare the time, if you compare the welding and efficiency, definitely it will have the significant effect. Again, if there is a condition that there is interpass temperature, after one pass the metal is getting heated, so interpass temperature is 120 degrees Celsius as far as the fabrication and welding is concerned. It indicates that you should wait until it is 120 or below 120, then you go for the next welding. How to measure it is 120 or not? Though there are different chalks, like we are whatever chalks we are using in our chalk and board, there are different chalks. So you just take the chalk and mark it on that particular hot plate. So if it is melting, the temperature is above 120. If the chalk is as it is remaining, whatever the impression made by the chalk, it is lesser than 120. So these are the simple things, but if that chalk is not available, again you have to wait for that, how to measure that temperature. So these are the very small things, but that are also crucial requirement as far as the inventory is concerned. Now last is the miscellaneous inventory, very important. So miscellaneous inventory is different. You can say, let us take very simple example, that purchase order is ready and you have to put it on letterhead. Letterhead is not available, and the letterhead will be there after 2 days. Order is given for printing the letterheads, authentic letterhead of the company. What you will do? You can send mail, etc., but again authentic document you have to go for. Very simple examples are there and shop floor. So it may include the office inventories. Again, it may include the paint. Let us take simple example, miscellaneous paint. Then there is the primer. Then this one word is Black Japan, that you can see prior to paint it is given. So many things are there, and different types of acids required for different treatment. So these are various things that are required. Then you can, very simple, you can say the cotton waste, because in machining, whatever the part is getting oily, to clean that particular part and to clean the hands of the worker, it is also important. Then again, whatever office stationery is there, that punching and the paper, and very important, I can tell you, the carbon paper to make the xerox and etc. In till days also, nowadays also in industry it is used in very it is having also significant role. because many of these vouchers and etc. everywhere there is a carbon. So received is taken and then the order is given to that particular thing. So again, these are various examples. So you can take from purchase order, you can take from design and drawing, whatever the apparatus is required for them. Then stores, then material handling system is there. So whatever the miscellaneous inventories are there, not directly related, but they are a very important part as far as the inventory is concerned. So I have given you many examples from which now I think the concept related to different types of inventories is quite clear. Okay, let us move to next. Okay. Okay, these are the same slide. So raw material we have discussed, purchase part and supplies we have discussed, finished goods we have discussed, work in progress, partially completed, items being transported, and tools and equipment. Tools and equipment also we have discussed. That items being transported, this we will discuss. So raw material, work in progress, finished good, supplies, office and plant materials, not directly enter in the production but are necessary for this production process and do not involve significant investment. Very small parts are there, but they play a very significant role. There is one separate section in many of the industries. It is called a tool room, where the all small parts are and precise parts are made available in the tool room. Any separate jigs and fixtures required, they are prepared in this particular tool room. So, for example, I will take there is one process, pickling and passivation for stainless steel, that is final stage. So pickling and passivation, they are using this hydrochloric acid plus H2SO4 or just wait. This is one of the requirement of one of the job in this Bhavini, Bharatiya Navikiya Vidyut Nigam Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. So one of the job I have came across the documentary, or you can say available on the internet. So for pickling and passivation is the process for this cleaning the stainless steel material. So different acids are required. So that acids are should be part of. Again, if you are using the acid by your own without protected hand, definitely the hand having this very severe effect and hospitalization is required. So what are the precautionary measures required, safety measures required? That is also very important part. So it may be hand gloves, it may be the shoes, you can call it in the as gumboot, or it may be different aids, or it may be a face shield completely covered, it may be separate goggles for the welding, etc. So all these come under this different categories, you can call it as this tool inventory and miscellaneous. So safety is also come under this miscellaneous. Okay, now proceeding further, friends. So inventories can also be classified as further one more classification as per as the inventory is concerned. This fluctuation inventory. So what is this fluctuation inventory? So the market demand is continuously changing, and the inventory also as per the demand fluctuates. So there is one upper limit you can see, and there is one lower limit, and there is a fluctuation between these limits. So these are fluctuation inventories. This maximum one of the product, depending upon the requirement, the product is required to be order 1000 for this month. Okay, for next month it may be the case that only 800 units are required. So as per the history and as per the prediction, the highest limit for order that for inventory is 1100 and lowest limit for that inventory is 700. So there is a continuous fluctuation between 700 to 1100, and depending upon the order, depending upon the requirement and forecast, these inventories are fluctuating. So these are fluctuation inventories. Anticipation inventory. Okay, we are knowing that there is a change in the order, anticipating. Now, for example, in this month, maybe on this 14th or 15th, there will be in Marathi, you can call it as Makar Sankranti. So based on these, different products are having high demands. Just one example. Then in the month of, you can say April end or this, so fluctuating demand may be there for the new products. maybe refrigerator, maybe bikes, etc. If these are the seasonal anticipation inventory. So in before that, in the month of March, something you can say that there is one of the festival played in all over across India, Holi, or in our regional language we are calling it as Ranga Panchami. So whatever this, so what are the different materials, whether they are having that much demand as far as the different colors and the sachets and the variety in the colors, etc., etc. And now again, as a consciousness that herbal and etc., etc., whatever product. So if you go visit now in the market, they may be available up to certain extent in one or two shops only. At that time, they will be available. Again, you take this as far as this our India is concerned. So Diwali, or you can say take Maharashtra example. So Deepavali, the crackers and the different variety in fact. There are some shops where you will get the crackers for all 12 months. So it may be again having you might see in the Christmas and in the New Year or 31st night, whatever this, and again now whenever there are matches, IPL or etc. or any other matches. So like that. But anticipation inventories, the crackers maximum demand. So the other demands may be 1, 2, 3 shops in one of the city or general, it may be 5% only, but the 90 to 95% anticipation inventories will be for only that particular Diwali period. So you can take n number of examples based on different festivals and based on different events also. So again, apart from festival, I have given you the example of this COVID also. So the demand of this mask and the sanitizer and the different, you can say, again, there are different products in the market. Don't touch the lift. You are having the kitchen. By using that kitchen, you can open the door of the lift. By using that kitchen, you can press the different buttons on the ATM, etc., etc. So it is not required to use anywhere your hand, finger, and again it will provide the safety measures. So like that, this is the anticipation demand of that particular time. So here before, no one has thought that this situation may be there, but this COVID pandemic has given some different angles. So this is anticipation inventory, lot size inventory. It is not the case that one product is manufactured. For example, one bike will manufacture and one bike will sold. Lot size inventory. So there are different lot sizes. Let us take any one example. You can take example of a TVS. So TVS, there is the Jupiter, this moped type version, or there is you can say Star City. Then again 1, 2 more bikes. This example may be there. So if you go for this, the TVS is having the target of all these, depending upon 12 months or wherever there is any festival. So analyzing the market lot size inventory, the Jupiter lot size will be 1 lakh as far as this October month is concerned in the Maharashtra region. For example, the Star City plus 30,000, because Jupiter in that range is very much stronger. Then in that particular bike range, there is Victor, there is Star City, there is new launch of that Radeon. So there are different bikes in that particular range available. So the Radeon again having not that much sale, so 10,000 bikes for that month in all over Maharashtra. Then Victor again 15-20,000 bikes. Again the Star City plus 30-40,000 bikes. And again last example, you take that Victor or Victor plus whatever. No, sorry, Jupiter. Though the price is near about 90 to 95,000. Again the hike may be there up to 1 lakh. So this is lot size inventory. That this is the lot size as per different sizes are different jobs are concerned. Okay, and now next point or last type of inventory that we will discuss here, it is the transportation inventory. This is very in other words we will discuss transportation. So now let us take one example. Finished product inventory. Any product we are discussing the example of bike, so let us take the example of bike. Okay, the Jupiter, assume that there is one plant in Aurangabad. Let us assume, or whatever you we are knowing, we will take that plant. Tata Motors, one plant in Pune, one plant in Nashik, for example. So whatever the Tata plant in Pune, they are manufacturing any one, you can say car. Okay, now as per the demand, 1000 cars are dispatched from that Tata, that company where actually they are manufactured, Pune region. So from their inventory, from the inventory of the Tata Motors, that 1000 cars will not be considered because they are dispatched. But that 1000 cars, they are traveling in through transportation, that 100 maybe to Nagpur region, 100 to Solapur region, and 200 to Pune region only, 200 to Mumbai region, and again 100 to you can say Kolhapur region, etc. So the transportation is started, but the cars are not reached to Nagpur, Solapur, or Kolhapur. So the Solapur, Kolhapur person will say that the cars are not received yet. The Pune, where the cars are manufactured and sent, they will say from our end it is dispatched, so it is not in our inventory. And the Solapur person will say we are also not received it. This is transportation inventory. Somewhere this is also required to take in account. Very important, because it is dispatched from the plant where it is manufactured, but it will take 1 day, 8 hours or 2 days to reach to the destination of warehouse or to reach to the wholesaler or retailer. So this is transportation inventory, and this also required to be considered, because if any demand from Kolhapur that okay, 100 bike booking is there, and tomorrow arrange 100 bikes. The bikes are the bike plant is assumed that whatever the bikes required, they are from you can say one of the region of Madhya Pradesh. So at least 1 day or 2 days are required to complete that reaching the bikes and loading and unloading, and they are ready for the customer. So this is also required to be considered, friends, and this is transportation industry. They are under transportation, moving from one station to another station, dispatch from one station. He will say that from my side delivered, but from other side it is not received. So it is in the middle stage, and it is you can call it as the transportation inventory. Very, very important. So these are the different types of inventories, friends, that we have discussed. Let us move further. Reasons for keeping inventory. What are the different reasons why there should be inventory, and what will happen if inventories are not there as per the required demand? To stabilize the production. Very important. The material is not available at right quantity and right time, then though you are having the manpower and the machines, no use. To make the production stable, no fluctuations in the production. If inventories are there, whatever the raw material is required, whatever the toolings are required, whatever the miscellaneous items are required for that particular production, if all they are provided in right quantity at right time, then the production will get stabilized. This is reasons for keeping the inventory. To take the advantage of price discount, again it is I have already discussed. If I am knowing that 1000 ton of steel material in the form of plate is required and 100 per month, then I will discuss and negotiate, or the company will discuss and negotiate with the supplier of that particular steel. And if they will purchase 10 ton, the rate may be different. If they will purchase 100 ton, the rate may be different. But if they will purchase 1000 ton, again good negotiation and discount can be asked as the quantity is more. This is the inventory benefit. To meet the demand during the replenishment period. Replenishment in Marathi you can call it as the punarbharan. Whatever is empty, that is required to fill. Parat bharane, punarbharan, something like that. To meet the demand during the replenishment period. So whatever the stock is there, it is now about to finish, and still continuous demand is there. In this situation, what will play the significant role? Inventory. Because if you are having the inventory, then though replenishment is period, that you will buy from these different things, and you will again fill it, and you will maintain as per the requirement whatever your inventory is there. But by that time the production will not hamper, because inventory is there. If proper inventory is kept, then the demand can be met during the replenishment period also. Means the orders are about to, the stock is about to finish, the purchase order is released, they have sent the stock, but again for the procedure and the traveling and etc., till 4 more days are required to receive the material at the company premises, and after that it will be available for the production. So whether should we stop for that 4 days, whether the plant will be closed for that 4 days? No. So if the proper inventory management is there, this can also be tackled and the demand can be met in that period also, to prevent the loss of orders or sales. Very important. See, if any product is good, there are different orders in the market. I have given you the example before 2-3 years that if you go for the unicorn bike booking, 3 months, 4 months, or that Swift, that's a smaller version of this Maruti Suzuki, 5 months, 6 months waiting. So it is not the case that all customers will wait. They will go for some other case, they will go for some of the other product they will take. So depending upon loss of order. So where in order to fulfill the orders, whatever the sale is there, the company will be in a position to meet that all the sale orders if proper inventories are maintained. So, and there is less chances of this loss due to not receiving the orders. So to prevent the loss of order, this is one of the reasons for keeping the inventory. To keep the pace with changing market conditions, very, very important. Sorry. To keep the pace. Pace means as the market is changing, the company also change with that speed only. And this is possible if the inventories are available. And sometimes the organization have to stock material due to other reasons like supplier minimum quantity condition, seasonal availability of material, or sudden increase in prices. Very, very important. Apart from all these points, there are certain other points. I will give one or two examples. So many organizations are making the stock due to other reasons like supplier minimum quantity condition. For example, that the stock is available, but if you are taking any one of the stock from market, and if you are taking the plate, or if you are taking any of the material, then the supplier may say minimum 100 ton order should be there, and then only I will supply. If you ask 5 ton, 10 ton, I will not supply. So if any small scale industry is there, what they will do, they will go for that 100 ton order and keep in stock, because for them every month only 10 ton is required, but the supplier is denying to give that smallest quantity or smaller quantity. Therefore, inventory is required to keep. Seasonal availability of material or sudden increase in prices. These are two different points. Seasonal availability of material. Mangoes. Whatever the different companies are there, like this Fruity and this Maza, etc. This mango pulp related and this mango juice related product. Mangoes are not available for 12 months. Okay, it may be available up to certain extent, but the price is very high. So the season for mango is at the start of April, May and June. It is good, and peak season is May. So seasonal availability, if the any fruity manufacturer, that company, if he will approach that mango person or mango that farmer in the month of April, the rate may be higher, May quite higher again, but June, after this you can say just rainy season start, there is a sudden, you can say decrease in the demand of the mango due to this season, but still mangoes are available in the market. So at this time, due to the taking the advantage of this seasonal atmosphere and the price is concerned, definitely this people will approach. And sudden increase in prices. We will take one more example. Now you can take the example of this. We will take the very simple example, easy to understand, easy to digest. That is tomato example in market, for example. So before a few days, a lot of production as far as this farming and tomato is concerned, and the rate is literally 5 rupees per kg, 10 rupees per kg, or 2-3 rupees per kg also, 5 rupees 2 kg also. This is one of the rate, and immediately after 1 month, 80 rupees per kg, 100 rupees per kg, 60, 80, 68 rupees per kg. So if that ketchup company will take, do you feel that the ketchup company will buy the tomato 60 rupees or 80 rupees per kg, and they will give us the ketchup or the tomato sauce at 120, 130, 150 rupees per kg? No, they are taking from the market only when only when it is at the down price, 5 rupees per kg. Then and then only their business will survive. So it is sudden increase in price of depending upon the market situation. So friends, this is about the reason for keeping inventories. Now, today we will stop here. Thank you. Next lecture, we will be discussing about the inventory control and what are the objectives, what are the benefits, and what are the costs associated. And then we will start the different models in this particular inventory control. Thank you.